When I started doing it in my business grew by 43% in 3 months, and it's really easy. And there's no cost, it takes no time, and the worst that happens is the customer says thank you. Let me show you what it is. It's what I call my 3 H's. What you do is you have a conversation with an existing customer, and while you're talking to them, whether it's on the phone or it's face to face, the first H is hot priorities. You ask them what their main priorities are. So you might say something like, what are you working on at the minute? Or what do you need to get completed before the end of the month or the end of the quarter? Or what do you find is taking most of your time at the minute? Or what has your boss asked you to get done before you can go home? Just anything at all that gets them to talk about their hot priorities. However they respond, you ask the second question, oh, tell me a bit more about that. And you really delve into it. So let's say you speak to someone and they say, I'll tell you what I really need to do is I really need to open up a new market for this particular product. That's the only thing that matters. Now, the minute you know that, in comes the second H. Now, remember you're speaking to an existing customer. You then say, oh, how do you think I could help with that? And they're either going to say, well, you could do this, or they're going to say, I don't know. If they say you could do this, you're well on the way to making a sale. You'll probably say, oh, can you tell me a bit more about that again? And they'll start talking about how you can help them. 5-10 minutes down the road, you might well be making a piece of business here. But they might well say, when you say, how can I help you with that? I don't know. In which case, out comes the third H, which is, well, how about this? Now, if you can think of a way that you can help them, you would say it there and then. Say, well, how about this? With other customers I've worked with who said similar things to you, I've done this and this. Would that be helpful? If they say yes, tell me more about that, and you're off and running. Or if you can't think of a way you can help them, you say this, well, how about this? Let me go back to the office and have a reflect on how I can help. Let me speak to some of my colleagues, some of my other customers about things that we've done previously. I'm sure there's something I can do, and then I could give you a buzz tomorrow just to maybe give you a bit of advice. How does that sound?